Bad news for PlayStation. Xbox boss Phil Spencer says Elder Scrolls 6 will be an Xbox and PC exclusive.
That was a tongue twister. But more updates on the situation at Blizzard, this news and more right now on Gaming News Weekly. What's up, everybody? Welcome back for another episode of Gaming News Weekly, the best weekly video game news show out there. We're back with another week of amazing video game news. I'm one of your hosts, E-Rock the Red, alongside Full Clip. What's going on, buddy? How are you today?
Oh, man. I'm hyped. This is going to be a hell of a show.
Yes, me too, dude. There's a lot of stuff that I am excited to chat about. It makes it that much more enjoyable.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That and a nice point.
Ah.
All right. First of all, let's do what we do and talk about what we've been playing. I know what you've been playing.
Yeah. So this we'll talk about it more, I think, when we get into the headlines. But Halo Infinite multiplayer came out as a free to play, and I have been trying to get as many hours in of that as I can. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I have my issues with it, but we'll talk about that more later. What have you been playing?
Okay. Yeah, so I tried playing that over the cloud one day, and there was a couple points it was just lagging real bad, and I was like, and now I don't know, I've never played Halo before, so I don't know if, like, the aiming was weird for me. Like, I've been playing a lot of Splitgate, and, like, that, like, was the perfect sensitivity. Then I went into Halo, and, like, I don't know, like I said, if it was the lag from being over the cloud or what, but I was, like, having a hard time finding, like, being able to hit headshots and, like, not spray like a crazy person.
Yeah.
So I lowered the sensitivity and it was better, but still it was rough. So I want to try it, on an actual PC or, an Xbox. But I did have fun playing with it. It's a nice game.
Yeah.
What have I been playing? Not much, actually. I played a bunch of Splitgate, and then like I said, I tried that Halo. Yeah, not much, dude. It's been I've been playing a game called Don't Rain on My Parade, just because my kid likes to play it. It's you play as like a cloud that has to like rain on things and do lightning and tornadoes. It's a lot of fun. It's on the Xbox Game Pass, but yeah, it's been pretty boring. I've been watching a lot of TV shows and movies and stuff. So, but we got a lot of news to talk about. So let's jump into our new releases from last week. One of the ones I would like to talk about, because I've always been interested in these games. Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 came out for PC, Xbox X and PS5. The PS4 and the Xbox One versions will be coming soon. No release date on those. But what this is, it's a Sherlock Holmes game.
Yeah.
But this one, it's like the thing said, it's a detective thriller set in an exotic, dangerous open world. So, an open world Sherlock Holmes game. I mean, that sounds cool. So, you have to use like his like observation skills to like find clues and all the stuff that you would expect from a Sherlock Holmes game. But it was intriguing. The reviews it's getting are just just meh. But I guess if you're into that, if you're into Sherlock Holmes, and I mean you got to check it out, right?
Yep. Yeah, that game, I watched a couple trailers, actually. I didn't get much information from the trailers about what gameplay would actually be like, but it is released now, so I'm sure there are some gameplay videos out there. So I guess it doesn't really follow any particular Sherlock Holmes recent story, not the Benedict Cumberbatch or the...
No, it's like a young Sherlock Holmes, is my understanding.
Probably closer to the books or something like that.
Yeah. Or that sweet Robert Downey Jr. one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that could make a cool game. Your slow-mo, like, break the neck at 90 degrees.
Exactly. Yes, it'll be like a Mortal Kombat thing. It zooms into the bones breaking.
Yeah.
Like classic Sherlock Holmes literature. All right, let's talk about a big one. Battlefield 2042 came out for PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox X and S. This has, that big Battlefield feel to it. It's got 128 player all-out warfare. The Battlefield Portal mode, which is like a bunch of old Battlefield stuff with the new mechanics. Hazard Zone, which is a 4-member squad where you got to get these data drives. That one sounds pretty cool. And, your cutting-edge Arsenal and Specialists 2042, baby.
Oh, yeah.
It's the future. I know we talked about it once before that we played the beta and we didn't like it.
Yeah, it's a chaotic mess from my experience, but, that was just one game mode that we were allowed to play.
Exactly, but I am hearing that that's pretty much the norm. Like, the reviews aren't great. It's, I think it was like mid-60s on Metacritic, so not great. Saying, same thing we said. It's just like, these giant maps, and they're not very, there's not a lot of thought put into them. They're not, they're just kind of bland. And then, I guess the gameplay is I don't know. It's not doing what people thought it was going to do. So it's a bummer, but we'll see. And last up, this is a big one for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. This came out for the Nintendo Switch on November 19th. This is a remake of the 2006 Nintendo DS games, Diamond and Pearl. Are you picking this up? Are you a Pokemon guy?
It's a little after my time. Yeah, if it were I think they made Soul Silver and something Gold. I would have picked those up if I had the right console to play it, but I don't know. What is this, 4th or 5th generation Pokemon? I'm more of a 1 and 2 guy.
Yeah, I know nothing about it. My wife is a big Pokemon fan, so we always have this stuff in the house, so I can tell you some of who the Pokemon are. And I watched that Ryan Reynolds movie,
oh, yeah.
Detective Pikachu.
It's pretty good.
I loved it. Yeah. So that's where my Pokemon knowledge lies. So not much, but we'll definitely have this game in the house, and I'm sure I'll be seeing lots of it. She said it was one of her favorites growing up. Well, in 2006. So so we'll see how it holds up. I'll report back with some deets. Nice. As soon as she reviews it. All right, well, that's it. Those were our 3 biggest titles that came out last week. If you picked up these games, let us know what your thoughts are on them. And let's switch gears and talk about our news of the week. First up, it was Xbox's 20-year anniversary, and they had a celebration. And at this celebration, there were quite a few announcements and, a bunch of cool stuff. The biggest announcement, though, they immediately made Halo Infinite multiplayer available, free to play. It's a beta, but, it's 3 weeks early. It was scheduled to come out December 8th, and they're like, here, have it now. And like you said, you've been playing it quite a bit, like a lot of people. So one question I have for you: what are your thoughts on the Battle Pass?
I think what a lot of people are thinking right now is that it's going to take way too long to get to the end, and that's sort of where I am. That's one of my biggest complaints with this, and it's kind of a problem for me going forward. The game will either suck you in, and you're going to want to get that level 100 Battle Pass tier every single time, pay your $10, or it's going to make it seem like, what am I even doing? I'm going to get to level 30 this season, and so what's the point? And I feel like I'm more in that latter category, because every game that comes out wants to do this to you. They want to make sure you're they're the only game for you.
Yeah, it's hard, man. There's so many. The new season of Rocket League just started today, and I don't know when it was. It was recently, and I was looking at it, and I was like, man, there's some really great stuff on here, but I haven't been playing nearly as much as I used to. I'll still probably end up paying the $10, but I'm not going to get that cool shit that I want.
Yeah.
It is a bummer. I know 343 has been looking at the leveling system and hoping to fix it, I guess, from all the complaints they've been getting. So we'll see. The progress that you make now does carry over to the official release December 8th. So that's cool. You'll have all that sweet gear when the actual game goes live. Some other cool announcements. They just released 76 more classic games. So Xbox 360 and Xbox, the regular Xbox system games to the backwards compatible list. So that's pretty cool. I'm always of the camp that there's some games that I'd go back and play, but there's so much good stuff going out and going forward that it's like I have a hard time going backwards.
Yeah. But
it's just another thing, good guy Xbox came through and they're like, yeah, if you have it, just play it. So, and on top of that, they for a few of them, they're able to increase the quality. So that's really cool. This was the last time they're going to be adding any games to it. So I don't know what the final total, something I probably should have looked up, how many backwards compatible games they were able to add towards the end. Because it was a lot. They were doing huge chunks of games being released to the catalog.
Most likely if it's a game you wanted to play and there weren't a lot of licensing issues, it's probably on that list.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you could still be playing Fusion Frenzy.
Oh, yeah. I was actually excited for that one when they very first did the first round of backward compatible.
That's funny. I remember playing that game at a friend's house. I never had an Xbox. That was the one game that I wanted to get an Xbox for. At the time, I was like, dude, there was nothing like this. It was such a fun party game. So yeah.
Yeah, it was like Mario Party mini games for Xbox.
Exactly, yeah. All right. And then more Xbox news, not part of that announcement, but in a recent interview with GQ, the Xbox head Phil Spencer said that Elder Scrolls 6 will be an Xbox exclusive. Now, it's kind of something that it's it's news, but it's not news. Any smart person would have been like, yeah, they just bought Bethesda. Of course they're going to make them Xbox only games. So it was just a matter of them coming out and saying it, really, because they said it was Starfield. That's not going to anywhere besides PC and Xbox. And Sony has their games, Xbox has their games, and now, bummer for every Sony person, Bethesda is their game. Anything coming out of there, expect it to just be an Xbox exclusive.
Now I sort of wonder if this is going to be one of those where, sure, it's exclusive for the first year, and then they want to make money, so they put it out on PlayStation as well.
PlayStation, the PS5 is in a ton of houses, so they make a lot of money doing that.
Yeah.
And I know when Bethesda was purchased, the thought was they wanted to keep making games for everyone. They're making games. They don't want to exclude people from playing games that the company is making, Doesn't make sense as an artist and a company. But yeah, we'll see. I did in the interview, Phil Spencer, this was a quote from him. He said, "It's not about punishing any other platform. I fundamentally believe all of the platforms can continue to grow. But in order to be on Xbox, I want us to be able to bring the full, complete package of what we have, and that would be true when I think about Elder Scrolls 6. That would be true when I think about any of our franchises." So, he made it pretty obvious that Xbox is where you're going to find the Microsoft-owned franchises. So,
yeah. Which isn't across the board. They do own Mojang and Minecraft, and that's on a toaster if you want it to be.
That's true. Exactly, yeah.
And also, I think there have been some Microsoft Studios games that launched on PlayStation. Could be wrong about that, but I think I've seen some. So who knows going forward? Too. It's just they're going to try to make a lot of money getting you to buy that Xbox to be able to play Elder Scrolls 6.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. And it's working right now. I was just telling you that I want to. I'm thinking about getting an Xbox so that I could play Halo when
Yeah.
it comes out, like, so it definitely, and especially with the Game Pass, and I've been playing like kind of crappier versions of what I could be playing. Like I said, I've been playing Forza, but I've been playing it through my or my laptop or through my phone. Like I want to play it on my big TV in like HD.
Yeah.
So
So, like, the last four stories are all everything's coming up Microsoft, it seems. So I wanted to ask you, like, so if we go back a few years and we do the console wars from the beginning, I would say PS2 versus Xbox original. I'd say PS2 had it. PS3 versus 360,
absolutely.
360 had it. PS4 versus Xbox One. I'm going to go with PS4. I don't have either PS5 or the Xbox Series XS, but it's looking like Microsoft is a contender in this round.
Absolutely. Ever since they came out with the Game Pass Ultimate, like they have definitely jumped up a step, and the games that they're putting out on it are amazing. Like, so it's really interesting because, and then you look at the sold rate too, and PlayStation is, it's way higher. So I don't know if that's because people can play. You could play, if you have a gaming PC, you could play Microsoft games on it, Xbox games. So that has to factor in as well. But yeah, it's and Phil Spencer did say recently that the Game Pass Ultimate is very, very viable, and it can continue to be this thing where they're putting brand new games in this subscription service. So it's really cool because the other side of that, PlayStation Now, they're not putting any brand new games in there. PlayStation Plus will occasionally get some new games, but just they're not putting AAA titles in it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's definitely created a competition, and for a while it wasn't there in consoles. It was there, but it was so, they were so far apart. Microsoft was doing like a media thing, and Sony was doing a gaming thing with all their first party titles, and now. Yeah, we're seeing that it's not completely necessary to have the first party titles as long as you have a huge catalog of like all this other stuff that you're giving people in this subscription service. So, yeah, I'm excited to see where it's going, and competition always makes things better. So, hopefully, PlayStation just starts putting out brand new games onto their service.
Yep.
Then I'll be happy. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about, now it's been like a whole 2 weeks since we've talked about Blizzard, but they are back in the news. A new Wall Street Journal report says that internal documents and sources familiar with the company show that CEO Bobby Kotick was aware of allegations including harassment, rape, and gender discrimination, but he failed to disclose these to the board or the shareholders. So this was a pretty big report. I know, Bobby's been in the news for a lot of things lately, all stemming from this initial investigation that was done at Blizzard about harassment and gender discrimination. But then this report came out, and people are not happy. So right after the report came out, the ABK Workers Alliance, which is the group of people that formed an alliance after the initial investigation came out, after the initial reports came out. So they're kind of the voice of the employee there now. Not for everybody, but they're, a group that came out.
Yeah.
But they immediately put out a tweet that said, "We've instituted our own zero tolerance policy. We will not be silenced until Bobby Kotick has been replaced as CEO and continue to hold our original demand for third-party review by an employee-chosen source. We are staging a walkout today. We welcome you to join us." So now that was the day that report came out. And then right after that, the board released a statement standing behind Kotick, saying that he's been implementing changes and policies, and he is trying to better the issues from the inside. And then right after that, the Strategic Organizing Center Investment Group. So just an investment group that's, that's buying stocks and stuff. They hold 4.8 million shares of Blizzard stock. Now that's out of 779 million shares that are out there. So initially I was like, whoa, big time. But, it's a drop in the bucket. But they wrote to the board asking for Bobby Kotick's resignation, and a couple other people on the board stating that, they will a bunch of things if this isn't done. It's like voting and board stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty crazy over there. Again, I expected this to be back in the news, but then there was even stuff about what was it, Jen O'Neill or whatever.
Yeah.
Like about her not, when she took over as head of the thing, she was partnered with another man, and she was making far less than the man was making.
Yeah. This was the person we spoke about a couple episodes ago.
Yes.
Who was promoted very, very high in the company, but then stepped down after about 3 months. This could have had a lot to do with it.
Yep. Yeah. So crazy stuff. What are your thoughts on it?
Last minute research I did, I saw a headline about even Phil Spencer over at Xbox talking about they may have to rethink their relationship with Blizzard. So
Wow.
That's going to be interesting. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's just lip service.
Yeah, probably not. I feel like Phil Spencer's a straight shooter most of the time. So, yeah, and I know he's been pretty vocal about a lot of the issues coming out of there. So that's interesting. But yeah, I think if Blizzard wants to do anything to turn this around, he's got to go.
I think so too. Yeah, I mean, they need a revamp, refresh, start from scratch with a couple of things, and if we could just talk about them like in a gaming sense within the next year, I think that's a win for them. For it to not be something horrible coming down the pipe at us.
It's true. I mean, we talked about it recently, but it was about them delaying their two biggest games. Like, it wasn't, anything good or exciting.
Yeah.
And that all stemmed from this stuff, too, So, yeah, it's, I think we'll start seeing stuff very soon about this. I think, like I said, something's got to be done. Something's got to change over there. But, or, who knows? I mean, they're a huge company. I can't imagine they're just going to go away. But something drastic needs to be done. All right. One of my favorite things to happen towards the end of the year. No, it is not Christmas. It's not New Year's. It is the Game Awards. And the nominees were announced recently. Jeff Keighley, the Lord and Savior of the Game Awards, he announced the nominations. And Deathloop is leading the pack. They've got 9 nominations, with Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart having 6, and It Takes Two having 5. So they're the top three games, that are nominated for things. Yeah. The Game of the Year nominees are Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and Resident Evil Village. Who's your Game of the Year right now so far?
Oh, Cyberpunk 2077.
Is it?
It should have been. It should have been.
I should have been. Dude, some people I know still that are playing on good computers, or play it regularly, hundreds of hours put into it, and still love it. So
yeah, I mean,
I know there were some people that were pissed that it wasn't on any of these lists.
Yeah, I'm the type of person who played it anyway. Just literally every 2 hours, my PlayStation got the blue screen, but I continued to play it anyway, and I still had a good time. So I don't know. Depends on what you were expecting and how upset you were. But yeah, it only actually got into the categories for score and music and RPG, but it's out of the nominations for best game of the year or any of the real big ones.
Yeah, there's a lot that I'm going to need to look at. I got to do some research. I haven't played as much of these newer games as I like, so I'm going to have to pick my game of the year, and I feel like it's not going to be any of these, I still got a lot of gaming to do. But we were talking about having a Gaming News Weekly Awards thing for Game of the Year. Similar in this. Probably not black tie, but we'll probably still get like, yeah, we could probably get Kanye to perform still.
Oh gosh,
easy peasy. But yeah, Game of the Year, or the Game Awards, is December 9th, and yeah, I'm super excited. Do you watch the Game Awards ever?
I haven't. It means something to me when they say that it's got an award or something, but I've never paid a lot of attention to the awards show itself.
You're doing it this year, dude.
Yeah,
because
we're
gonna have to.
we're
gonna have to have a thing afterwards, because there's always huge announcements. Like Jeff Keighley takes pride in having tons of world premieres and tons of like jaw-dropping things like happen. So we'll definitely be doing some sort of a show surrounding that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I look forward to it every year. Even like last year they did. It was completely digital, but they did some really great things with like performances and stuff like that. It was in an empty arena, but yeah, I'm very, very excited for it. And usually it's on my wife's birthday, and this year it is not. So,
nice.
Already a win. All right, and last up, but certainly not least, we can talk about it. It is official. Multiverse is happening. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. There was rumor, speculation about this WB fighting game, and it was just announced. It's going to be Player First Games as the developer. It's a free-to-play fighting game similar to the Super Smash Brothers. It's got 1v1, 2v2, and then a 4-player free-for-all. And, it's just got a ton of characters. And there's all these, like, themed stages, like the Batcave and, like, stuff from Adventure Time. And when we talked about it, I was like, this is cool. Let's see what it is. But now I'm very excited.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this looked interesting. I saw the gameplay in the background of one of the videos. Looks like they fixed that one problem that the Nickelodeon version of this we were talking about not that long ago. A big complaint was that there's like no items, no real special abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently every one of these characters has special ability. Looked pretty interesting. And I think what a lot of people might not realize is how deep that WB properties universe goes.
Absolutely.
They've announced that Arya Stark from Game of Thrones is going to be one of the characters.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. So the full list of characters announced so far are Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, Shaggy, Bugs Bunny, Arya Stark, Jake the Dog, Finn the Human, Steven Universe, Garnet from Steven Universe, Tom and Jerry, and an original character for the game, Rhine Dog. Now, I was looking at this list and I was like, I specifically remember talking about Gandalf. And he was in that initial screenshot. It was Gandalf and Rick from Rick and Morty were both pictured in that screenshot, not announced here. So I would expect that they would also be coming. But yeah, when you talk about them having abilities, like the idea behind this one is really cool because it's made for co-op, a team to like work together to like time your abilities, because they all have like each person has abilities that pair with other characters. So it's really cool, and they're looking to like do this as a competitive thing too. So like it's got just the idea of like two people playing together and like doing like these amazing moves. I was like, what a great idea. I don't know if that's is there co-op in Smash Brothers?
I believe so, yeah. Some sort of team.
There is? Okay. Do they have like abilities that like work together in that?
I haven't played one in a very long time. I'm the wrong person to ask.
No, me neither. Yeah. But the idea, I thought it was great. And then on top of that, like in the trailer, they're showing like the skins and stuff. All the cosmetics look super cool. They showed a battle pass, and it's gonna have like emotes, and yeah, I think this is a home run. If they could get the gameplay right,
yeah,
dude, it's free to play. Like, I will absolutely be buying the battle pass so I could get like, I don't know, like a new like Arya skin or something, dude. Like, how cool is that? Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I was so excited when I saw the gameplay of it, and it looks good, dude. What was it? It was one of the you know when your character gets knocked out of frame and then there's that explosion that comes up?
Yeah.
Dude, there was like something like that, and it was like maybe it was like when Bugs Bunny got knocked off and it said like "That's all, folks." And I was like, dude, it's so cool. But yeah, it doesn't have a release date, sometime in 2022, and it's going to have cross-play and cross-progression across all the platforms, Xbox X, S, One, PS4, PS5, PC. So, yeah, I'm psyched, dude.
I hope it has a sense of humor about itself like that, and hopefully they can maybe play into the Shaggy meme, since Shaggy is the ultimate fighter.
Yeah, so they already, like, in the video, in the trailer, they already kind of did. So they had, like, they have like a skin. It's like a Bruce Lee Shaggy skin, and it was like, yeah. So I'm really excited, and it's so you could sign up right now to do like a play test at multiversus.com. So I signed up. Who knows when anything will be coming out, but I want to be there on the front lines as soon as it does.
Yeah.
Just wrecking shop as like Tom and Jerry, something weird.
Oh yeah. Trying to think of like the most ridiculous WB property, but it's so vast. I want to be like Forrest Gump or something.
Dude, I mean, like they have Harry Potter, Mad Max, Lord of the Rings, just so much stuff. So like a bunch of DC stuff. It's gonna be the possibilities are endless. Hopefully the game. I mean, it's all about the gameplay now, and they were already talking about, like I said, it being a competitive fighting game. So. Could make for some fun tournaments on Fruit Lab and stuff. Like, I think this game has potential. And it's going to have, Rick and Morty in it.
Yeah.
Potentially. So, yeah, really, really cool. And that's it for our news. You got anything? Did I miss anything? What are we missing?
I think we hit it all.
We did it all, baby. Only one thing left to do, and that's talk about our brand new content creator of the week. This week, let's talk about AnonymousENDZ. Not just like random ends. This is the person's name, AnonymousENDZ, our content creator of the week. He is the Italian Stallion, and he loves playing shooters, Battlefield. Call of Duty, and he's putting out, dude. I'm telling you, when I started following him on Fruit Lab, the montages, the edits he does, he knows what I mean.
He's got a lot of content like that, like time put into every single one.
Dude, he does this slow motion for parts of it. Oh man, and the music that he chooses, like it goes perfectly well. I love his content, and he like the edits. They're beautiful to watch, and they're not like personally. I don't love the meme edits, like where something's popping in every 5 seconds, and like I don't love it. Like what he's doing is putting together is beautiful. Like I said, with the slow motion and the music, they're visually stunning. He's got a couple like meme edits, and that's fine. I like a good one every once in a while. But the kids these days, they're trying to overfill it with like all this shit coming at me, and I'm like, dude, I just chill. Let me watch some good gameplay. So, he's also on Instagram. Check him out. We'll put his information in the show notes. Definitely give him a follow. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. Tell the people how they can become content creator of the week.
Yeah, of course. So it's actually starting to work. We've got the requests coming in. Send us a DM. If you think you have good content for us, we'll take a look at it, and we'll consider you to be a creator of the week.
Yep. Yeah. And this guy, AnonymousENDZ, he didn't even need to send us a thing. Like he was high on my list, on the short list. So yeah, glad that we could do that. Just definitely go follow him. Give him some follows. Tell him Gaming News Weekly sent you. And yeah, that's all I got.
Yep.
Give the people some words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom. I have to have
Nailed it
first. Yeah.
Nailed it. That was all we needed to do. Just that.
Yeah. Okay.
I put you on the spot.
Let me give one request to people.
All right.
Let's see more typing in the comments on Fruit Lab right now. We've got a lot of stickers, and it's always appreciated that you came and showed a little love. But let us know you watched the video. Type out something meaningful that lets us know that you did.
Absolutely, yes. We want feedback. We love hearing ourselves talk. Absolutely. But yeah, I want some feedback. I want to know what you liked about the show, what you didn't like. And, those good comments will put you into a drawing, a regular drawing that we're going to be doing here at Gaming News Weekly. So, make sure they're good. They could be critical, but I want to know about the show. Or tell me what you had for lunch. Don't just leave a bunch of letters. So, yeah, I think that's all we got. Yeah. Let's end this thing. All right, everybody. Check us out on Fruit Lab. I'm Erect the Red. This is Full Clip. You can find him on Twitch at fullclip_FL. I'm also on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter as Pop Culture Playground. And that's all I got. Oh, you could listen to our show anywhere that has podcasts: Spotify, Google, Amazon, Apple, Podbod, all those good places. And that's all I got. So until next week, we will see you on the internets. Is that a good sign off?
Keep on
It's a winner.
clicking.
Keep on clicking on. All right, thanks folks. We'll see you next week.